3:30. Let's rock. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the dumbest smart show on the entire internet. Didn't do it last week because last week was the day after Thanksgiving. I was with my family, but it was also my favorite holiday of all time. Who knows what holiday it was? Black Friday, baby. Wave to everyone coming in. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Black Friday, baby. We've been super busy this entire weekend. I will be printing shirts, having fun, working at the warehouse, getting all the orders out, and I'm super excited about it. We got the whiteboard today. Maybe we'll use that. But, whew. Like I always say, I hope someone is out there having a drink with me. I know some people still might be at work at Friday at 3:30. Where are you guys normally at Friday at 3:30? The one girl that comes in here sometimes, Christina, she's in like London or something like that. And I think she does the night shift, or I don't know how far apart London is. But I did miss you guys last week. The ashtray. What's up, the ashtray? What's up, Molly? Molly, winning on all the live shows we got going on. She won on Live at Lunch, went on Drink Grow Rich. This is the show where you guys just can ask questions, ask anything random, and pick a winner at the end to get Venmo'd for their own six-pack. And you should absolutely actually buy the six-pack. I feel like not all the winners do it. You sneaky dogs. No YouTube? Hecker said no into YouTube. No, because we got the computer in the other room. But we just did put up a bunch of clips from the podcast, Heck Dog.
They're already getting traction, actually.
Yeah. So Hecker, or for people who don't know, episode 73 of my podcast, and I'm doing 10 episodes with my best friends. And, you know, I've done 70 episodes about entrepreneurship and about, I've had a lot of like big guests on talking about entrepreneurship. But I'm doing a series of episodes with Brandon and my best friend Hecker, and we're talking about just a bunch of fun, different topics, not necessarily all about business. And I love it. It's been awesome. It's been fun. And one of the reasons I did it is to mix up the podcast. And also, I don't even know if I ever said this to you, Brandon. Like, I don't want to be pigeonholed as just an interviewer.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I just say that? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you enjoyed this more.
I mean, it's definitely really fun. Me and Hecker have been having a great time. Although he embarrassed me yesterday on the most recent podcast that's coming out next week.
Oh, we have the clip?
Yeah, where he showed some clips of me from my bachelor party. So do not watch that when it comes out next week.
And if you do, hit the like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Woo!
All right, Sean, you ready?
You want to give me one of these board things?
Yeah.
All right. So if no one's got anything to start off,
Draw.
or bring it back to whiteboard.
All right.
All right. So, all right.
Draw the person that is the complete opposite of you in 3 images.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before that, Ashtray asked a question. How would you react if you went one day without any sales? I'd freak out. I'd absolutely freak out because something's going wrong there. Actually, like our sales have been like literally off the charts, getting a new record every single day. But today they're pretty low because we're not like, the deals are over and we're not running a lot of promotions. So it's pretty low today. But if there was 0 sales in one day, I would think that the website was broken. It would not be okay.
Has that ever happened?
0 sales in a day?
Yeah.
I mean, it's happened, but not in the past 4 years. Like, no, it's basically never happened. What would your first thought be? My first thought would be, like I just said, the website is broken. The website's broken. And I would be calling up like Shopify and being like, what's wrong? The website's down. And they'd be like, no, it's working perfectly fine. Just no one wants to buy your stuff.
Oh, you have to announce your achievement.
What's my achievement?
That you're the top.
Oh, yeah. We got a message from Shopify that we're one of the top 1% of sellers on the whole platform.
That's
It's pretty good, yeah, because a lot of people, I mean, there's a lot of other websites out there that aren't on Shopify, but I mean, like Amazon obviously isn't, like obviously like a lot of huge companies aren't on there. But I know Kylie Jenner lip gloss is on Shopify, so it's to us, Kylie Jenner, and we're the top 2 Shopify sites. What are my thoughts on monoliths?
Monolith.
I'm gonna Google that.
That relic, like what? It's kind of like Hector's that relic. That's kind of like a monolith.
I'm gonna Google that to forget exactly. What does monolith mean? Monolith, a single great stone, often in the form of an obelisk or column A granite monolith, stands in the center of a park. Is that what you mean?
They're literally talking about the alien relic.
Oh, the alien relic?
Yeah, that's kind of like a monolith.
If you're talking about that alien thing, we discussed that in the podcast coming out next week.
So you have to wait.
You have to wait to see, but I'm not a big alien guy. I think the humans are the aliens, and we are the most powerful beings. They've been randomly showing up. Yeah, but apparently that actually was like debunked. They found one in what? It was, what was the story? It was in Colorado or something, and then there was one in the other side of the world.
Yeah, in Romania.
Yeah. Like, I think the funniest part about that is, okay, we're aliens, and we just found a whole new globe with 8 billion people. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the desert and put a statue. That'll show them, like, what is the fucking point of that? So, I don't know. I don't know. All the stories about aliens are kind of like Bigfoot. It's like, oh, could be. Like, no, like, give me something concrete. All right, what am I supposed to draw? Someone who's the opposite of me? In 3 images, okay. This is me. Number 1, happy.
Oh, your drawing's getting better.
Yeah, look at those skills. And this is someone the opposite of me. I think I'm number 1. They think they're number 2,311. And they're sad and they're tiny and I'm big and happy. I don't know. I guess someone who is maybe doesn't believe in business. Someone who doesn't believe in capitalism. That might be someone who's the opposite of me. And also somebody who's sad because I'm happy all the time. So someone who's sad and doesn't believe in capitalism and think the world sucks and nothing's fair, that'd probably be like the opposite of me because I think everything's my fault. If it's raining, it's my fault. If someone smashes into me, it's my fault. I just have to I take responsibility for everything. This fucking eraser, man. This fucking whiteboard's a piece of shit. Now I'm not happy anymore. This whiteboard won't like erase.
Hey, you know, just keep going. I'll try to erase it.
Brandon, you try to erase it. Mad skills with that stick figure art. Woo! That's exactly what I look like. A big, giant, circular head. Ugh. Maybe they're trolling us. Who, the aliens? The aliens are trolling us by putting a statue in the middle of nowhere for, like, they could troll us. And if they're some advanced thing who can sneak into the world and put a statue, if they're that advanced, which is pretty advanced, then why don't they troll us by turning the ocean yellow? Or, like, making a cloud, making it rain Skittles. Like, that's not that much of a troll. There's 8 billion people in the world and massive square footage. And one little spot of the world, they just put little statues. Like, that's not the best troll. Like, it's not that good. I mean, I think that human beings, this is my bold statement. Whose fault is that? It's my fault for buying this shitty whiteboard. It's my fault. But I think that human beings are the most advanced species in the entire universe. And I don't think that is a bold statement. That is what should be expected. That is, we know nothing else. We know about the Milky Way. We know about the 9 planets. We know about human beings are the most advanced species that we could possibly know. And of course, we don't know what's outside in the solar system. We don't know what's outside of our galaxy. But why should we assume there's someone more advanced than us? It's a weird thing to assume. So I think human beings are the most advanced species in the entire universe.
I gotta know.
All right, before that, she said,
yeah.
oh, I already answered it. He said, what would be the best moves for aliens to troll us? They would make it rain Skittles, turn the ocean yellow, and you ever seen the movie with, what's the movie with Jim Carrey and Steve Carell where he's, Bruce Almighty 2, where he stands there and goes like this and the guy's like, they make us all talk like they just fuck up our lives way much more. They would make us walk around like, what just happened? Oh my, like, what is going on? Like, they would freak us out in such better ways. They would make us talk in different voices. They wouldn't just put a statue in the middle of the desert. That's not a good troll. Maybe they just have bad, like, sense of humor. All right, what marker should I use?
That one.
All right, the shitty whiteboard. Here we go.
Ask them if they have anything to draw for you.
TTXHA _ is laughing. If you guys do anything from your draw, let me know. But I think this is mostly Brandon's big whiteboard.
All right, draw your favorite quote.
so write my favorite quote?
No, draw it.
Oh, draw it? My favorite quote.
Or a rap lyric.
My favorite rap lyric? What do you want to draw? I need some suggestions. My favorite quote, I mean, I could do, I'm like scared to write on it, to be honest. I could do, no, I like what Ashtray said. Brandon, you can't see what Ashtray said, so you have to guess what this is.
Okay.
All right?
A whiteboard.
A whiteboard. And then on the whiteboard.
Oh my gosh. A whiteboard.
And then inside the whiteboard. That shit always fucks me up when you like have a mirror and a camera and it's like zoom.
Yeah,
That's so cool. Isn't that so cool?
Yeah.
When were mirrors invented? Like, is mirrors...
Tell them the person who finds out when mirrors were invented gets a point.
All right, whoever tells me when mirrors were invented gets a point. And by the way, this isn't really a point system, but...
You stay on top for a while.
Draw a star, but not the kindergarten way. That's the only way to draw a star. The other way would be like... It's not bad, actually. But the kindergarten way is the way to go. Oh my God, there's a fly in here.
I know.
Yo, let's get it. Let's get it.
I've been trying to kill it the whole time.
Yo, Shelby's a master at killing flies. You want to know her secret? She has a secret.
I have a secret too.
What's your secret?
Flies, they fly vertically when they lift, so you have to hit them like 3 inches.
1835.
Ooh.
Really?
Who made it?
In Germany, 1835?
Germans make everything.
Like, just imagine, like, there's so much world history before 1835. 1835 is about when the camera was invented. Are you guys sure you're not looking up when the camera was invented?
That would make sense. Mirror, you need the mirror in a camera.
So, like, I think cameras were invented around 1850. So mirrors...
mirror came before.
But, like, what the fuck? Did people, how they know how they looked?
That's actually very, like...
I don't,
early.
like, believe that. Like,
I should be able to make it earlier than that.
I don't believe that. Yeah. Paul says no way 1835. I kind of agree. There's no way that they were invented in 1835. They had to be before that.
Yes.
Or else everyone would have had, like, a dirt on their face and never known. Justus von Liebig? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're lying real big right now. If you're trying to tell me that it was invented in 1835 and the guy who invented it, his name was Liebig, you can't sneak that past me, Molly. You can't lie big to me right here on this national televised TV show.
That makes sense.
But the secret to killing a fly is using like a huge rag. So like when they fly up, like you said, the vertical, when you use like a big thing, you cover more area. What's this shaking over here? Look at this. But I don't know I did that. But there's no way Liebig
like
made
that
it.
video of David.
Insert made up German name here. Billy.
On the street.
No, it'd be Hunch von Meerman. Molly, I don't believe you. I gotta Google this. Invention of the mirror. I guess like
That makes me feel like I'm
You could
dumb.
always see your reflection in a lake. You could always see your reflection in maybe metal or something like that.
A sword.
Like
a
Google
sword.
it. All right, invention. Right, a sword. Swords were invented
Like,
way before, dude. The Crusades were in the 1500s when everyone was like, "I believe in God." They're like, "No, I believe in God," and then they all killed each other.
I guess they shaved by looking.
So you could see yourself in a sword. So invention of the mirror. I feel like Molly's looking for it on The Onion. It's like, yeah, Mr. Liebig.
Or
Mirror.
BuzzFeed.
Okay, so on Wikipedia it does say, I mean, I don't think they're lying. On Wikipedia it does say 1835 by Liebig. Justus von Liebig. But no, come on.
There has to be.
No, it does say 1835.
It's so early.
But I feel like they're defining mirror as something different than I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. 1835? Oh my God, dude. How did you do your hair?
They knew how to mine gold like hundreds.
1835? That is pre-America. That's post-America. Like,
Yeah.
that's so late in the game. That's so late in the game. I do not believe.
I feel like Aztecs had a mirror.
Like,
Mayans had
I agree. And like we just said, we know there were swords, and we know you can see a reflection in a sword because it's metal. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know that much about swords. But okay, maybe mirrors, however you define mirrors, were invented in
He
1835.
made the word mirror.
Because this is checking out. But there's no way people literally didn't know what they looked like until 1835. Like someone does a painting of you, and that's the only way you know what you look like. Paul said, okay, my guess is that people used other things to function as a mirror. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like glass and whatnot, but maybe they were made and mass-produced starting in 1835.
I guess
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm thinking too.
Vanity wasn't until then, so they're like, why would I make this big thing look at me?
So you think vanity was invented in 1835?
I don't know.
Nah, vanity was invented the second Eve took a bite of that apple.
Ooh, hot take.
And then, all our kids had sex with each other. I can't not mention Adam and Eve and not mention that. But, all right, so, yeah. I'm basically looking in a mirror right now, so it's kind of funny. But it's not a mirror, it's an iPhone.
Someone call in. Marley, call in.
Stinger Marley. No, one guy tried to call in, but I wasn't feeling it. All right. Give me something else to draw, Brandon. Or you can just give me another question. But Brandon, you're like, you have to give a lot of questions lately.
Yeah.
You got to give 2 for each podcast. Every day. We didn't do one yesterday or today.
Yeah,
He's got to give me my opinion of the week. Now I'm asking him to come on Dream Go Rich and give me questions. That's a lot of questions.
I can do it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I just saw on Twitter like 2 seconds ago when I was peeing. Well, obviously not 2 seconds ago, but 2 seconds before this started. Yo, the flies on my head. Ow, it actually hurt because I have a ring on.
Oh,
Get it. It'd be like Mike Pence, but his hair's white. So
it's so noticeable. Yeah.
Dude, that actually really fucking hurt because I just slammed my head and I have this ring on, and they're like, Brandon, what camera do you use to film you and Sean's epic videos?
Who said that?
Pauly Walnuts 321.
Oh, that's your cousin,
Nah,
right?
some douchebag.
It's a Lumix G7. It's a baby of the Lumix GH5.
A baby. You heard that. Pin.
Lumix G7 with a Canon adapter.
Mike Pence too, yeah. He can hear you.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say 2 seconds before? Oh, I thought I saw that marijuana was federally decriminalized.
Hell no. What?
What? Brandon's against that.
No, like, I just can't believe it. That's why I said hell no.
Thank you, sir. He called you sir. Are you offended by that?
No.
I don't like when people call me sir, to be honest. Joe, that fly, dude, we gotta get it. Dude, flies? Okay, imagine you're a fly, right? And you have the entire world to go fly around. And you decide to just zoom in someone's face for an hour. You're just a dick. Flies are so annoying. Like, what purpose do flies have in the ecosystem? Because I want to mass genocide all the flies. Genocide the flies. Oh, Brandon put it in there.
Yeah.
Nico Lahana's joined.
He said, "Thank you." What?
Yo, who wants to get with me? Genocide the flies.
Genocide the flies.
If we got rid of the flies, what? I guess all the frogs would die because they'd have nothing to eat like this.
I got something for you to draw.
All right, what is it?
Draw bop. You should know.
Bop?
You should know what bop is. It's an anagram.
Bop? I don't know what that is. Like,
I watched this Kevin Hart special.
like Fun Bop? Or what's that one game where it's like, bop it, oh, bop it, twist it, pull it.
You gotta guess. Guess what bop is. Like, it's an anagram, so guess it.
Also, cicadas, fuck those. My mom has a big problem with cicadas in her backyard. Well, cicadas are cicada killers. I don't know what you mean. Bop.
Draw what you think bop is. B-O-P.
Like, is it stand for something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Draw what you think it means.
Busting on pilgrims. I have no idea, dude. Barely opinionated people. Fuck that, I'm trying to get rid of mosquitoes.
Context. Kevin Hart was at Jerry Seinfeld's house.
Okay.
And Seinfeld, it was at a dinner party. And
Okay.
Like, it's time for some bop. And everyone started screaming bop, bop, bop.
Bread on pasta.
Close.
Really? That's close?
Yeah.
Bread, onions, and pasta?
No.
Just tell me, I don't know.
Brick oven pizza.
Brick oven pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Jay for Prez, how I been, bro? Honestly, it's weird, man. I've been great. Best sales of my life. Business is blowing up.
Bathroom or pretzels?
But today, my sales have been low just because I feel like nothing I did before it mattered. It's like,
You want your sales to be low right now, right? You couldn't handle it right now, right?
what?
Like, you want your sales to be low right now, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't have any promotions going. But it's just a weird feeling. I'm used to looking at my Shopify app and just seeing the tens of thousands of sales like racking up. And today it's like not doing that. And I feel like everything's wrong, even though it's on purpose. And it's just like, it's like a addiction that you're used to and you don't get it. And you're like, feel a little weird, but it's all good. I'm going to be spending the entire weekend at the warehouse. We have 20,000 orders to get out in 17 days.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, if you did like the 2-day shipping with USPS with all your orders, it'd be more expensive. But what if you like charge everyone more money?
Well, it's too late to charge anyone more money.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Like,
But, I mean, it honestly doesn't make a big difference. If you use first class shipping or 2-day shipping, it gets to a lot of places in 2 days anyway. Discuss the Panama Canal and how they eradicated literally all the mosquitoes during the construction of the canal.
whoa, that is intense question.
I know about the Panama Canal as far as my boy. My boy Teddy started the Panama Canal. It was his idea, and it was for trade. Do you know why the Panama Canal? Here's America.
To go through the continent.
Here's Canada. Here's Mexico, and
Everything looks phallus.
I forgot Panama. Everything looks phallus. But it was basically like you could either go this way or you could just go right through it in the skinniest part. I actually that does ring a bell about
Yeah.
eradicating the mosquitoes, but I don't know the answer. The more stagnant water you have, the more mosquitoes you have. And if you keep the water running, then that is moving and that's more fresh and it keeps the air fresh. Maybe it has something to do with that. Like it was stagnant and then they built a canal. So the canal rolled and the water moved. That moved the air, it was more fresh, and that got rid of all the stagnant water. So I'm assuming that was probably the answer.
Yeah, I don't think they like just sprayed shit ton of chemicals.
Trying to shout each other. They just took a big plane with what's off, and they just went shh. Nah, yellow fever was a big issue in Panama. Yellow fever, is that when you write fake news articles? No, that's yellow journalism.
Oh.
Jay for Prez said, trying to shout each other out? That's hella good, bro. Yeah, I guess we can shout each other out. Jay for Prez! I shouted you out. Now you gotta shout me out. Brandon didn't laugh, so that wasn't funny.
I was like, is he really running for president?
He said you want to shout each other out, so I just shouted his name. I thought it was funny. Yellow fever was a big issue in Panama. The mosquitoes, yeah. Fucking mosquitoes, man. Ugh. And this fly, is he still around here?
Yep.
It's so funny because like they're so dumb, they don't know where they're going, and then they just like hit it. And like if you say you're in a car, right, and you open up the window, you're like, go there, and just go out the window, and then they like bump in right next to the window, and then they go like around again, and you're like, come on, fly, come on. Paul said I laughed, but that doesn't mean much. Paul, I missed you at Thanksgiving. Paul always laughs at my jokes. That's the reason why I'm a spiritual advisor.
He's the one who did the...
Paul was my guy who married me.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. I can't believe you're all tuned in to the smartest dumb show on the internet, where whoever asks me the best question wins beer money. They do that on like live shows, you know, right in the middle, they like regroup and say what they're doing. So for other people who just tuned in, LOL, I'm talking about on stories. Oh, so you want me to put a story and scream your name? I don't really know who you are, Jay for Prez. Give me a 2-sentence bio about you.
$100.
Yeah, and then give me $100. We had Brandon and me mostly Brandon made a reels that just, I don't know, would you say it went viral? It got the most organic likes we've got on a reels. It has like over 500 likes and like 1,500 views.
That's in a day though, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a day or two. Fat Tire vs. Paul, are you trying to win? Because you could win. Fat Tire vs. Blue Moon. These are my 2 nicknames. Blue Moon's so the best beer, dude. I feel like part of my brand is like the pencil in my ear and the Blue Moon. It's so good, man. It's so good. Oh, Rachel coming in. If you had to pick the way the world would end,
Rachel's asking that?
what would you pick?
Rachel be thinking about that stuff.
I mean, obviously, it's hard to make the world end because, all right, so for the world to end, what does that mean? For the world to end, it means every person has to die, I think. You think that's what it means?
Well, in religion, a lot of worlds end and it's just a recreation.
Yeah, but I'm talking about real life. Like, if the world were going to end, that means every single person has to die. I think so, or else the world would still exist. So
the only way the world could end is like an alien just zaps the whole world.
So like in that case, you have 2 situations. You could either have like it all explode and everyone dies at once, or everyone dies slowly and like a bunch of people died first and then some people still live and then some people... I would want the world to die slowly. All right, here's how I want the world to end. There's 8 billion people on the planet, right? And some disease gets kicked out into the world where nobody can repopulate. So there's no more having kids. So the 8 billion people that are on the planet, they are the last 8 billion people. And then every single day, there's a lottery. And one person gets picked out of a hat to die. And it could be a 1-year-old, it could be a 99-year-old, anywhere in between. It's a random selection of the people on the planet. And you just keep picking out of the hat every day for, I guess, 8 billion days. So that would make the world last like a lot longer. But also there's natural death too. So I would want it to be a slow, meticulous process where eventually at the end it's like 15 people and we can all just like hang out, because I'm going to be one of those last 15 people. So that's how I want the world to end. I want there to be no more babies allowed to be had, and that's going to be a virus that does that. And then each day, a name gets picked out of a hat for one person to die off, and then there's also included in that natural death. So that's my answer. That's how I want the world to end.
Joe Rogan wants it to go fast.
I know, my answer is much more fucked up than that.
Yeah.
The easy answer is like everyone dies at once and we all don't know anything. Nobody feels any pain. That's the easy answer. But my answer is different. Like an asteroid, here's the thing about an asteroid though. An asteroid's about the size of Colorado, like the biggest asteroid would be about the size of like one state, Colorado, or like the size of Mongolia. It's not going to knock the whole world out. One asteroid is not going to knock the whole world out.
It could turn it into an ice age though.
Right, so that would be slower. Like, we could survive a night. Like, people wouldn't die instantly if it became cold out.
No, not
We would all prepare for it. We'd get our North Faces out and our Ugg boots. Yeah. Bro, I'm a student athlete, and I'm 16 from Washington. Is that Washington State or Washington, D.C.? And I have a 3.79 GPA and play football. Woo! All right, man, I'll show you out on my Instagram. Just remind me.
That's J for Prez?
No, it's J for Prez. 2 Z's at the end. If there could be an answer to just one question that, if responded in one way or another, would deeply affect, confirm, or change the way you think, behave, and live for the rest of your life, what would the question be? I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I don't think one question, like, what's the meaning of life? I mean, I think I already know, like, it's like happiness, like, where are all the nukes hidden? What's the lottery number? Like, how did the world begin? It would deeply affect, confirm, or change the way you think, believe, and behave. Okay, so it's not the... I would want to know... I would want to see what Jesus' life was like for real. I would want to basically follow Jesus around with a camera in real time. So the question would be, can you allow me to see the life of Jesus Christ? I don't know, that wouldn't really like affect me that much, probably. It would be the most interesting. That's a good question, but I don't really know if there's an answer. You got anything, Brandon?
Can you reread the question?
It's like it's basically, you could get the answer to one question, and if you knew the answer, it would change the way you think. I mean, I guess it depends what the answer is, you know? You can't say what question would you ask where the answer would change your life, because it depends what the answer is.
If we die, do we go to heaven?
If we die, do we go to heaven? Let me tell you, I don't think we do.
But if you knew the answer, wouldn't that change your life?
Yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time is This Is the End, and one of my favorite one of my favorite lines from it. I probably said this before. He's like, "Oh shit. So that religious stuff was true all along?" He's like, "I never saw that coming." He's like, "How many people saw that coming?" And the one guy's like, 96% of the world. Dude, I think when you die, it's a little bit like before you were born. Do you remember what that was like?
Nope.
But I don't know. No, there's an answer. How do we know it's not pronounced Jod?
Jod instead of God? Someone's really...
That was Hecker. Earth will become heaven. Your father-in-law says only the Jews will be in heaven. What?
Your father-in-law is a...
So that would be... That was from Shelby's mom, so that'd be Shelby's dad. Says only the Jews will be in heaven?
Shelby's dad is Jewish?
No. That'd be funny if, like, yeah, like, all the religions are different, right? Like, and, like, they all have little different philosophies. Like, what if one of them was right and the rest were wrong? And like, like, the difference between, like, Lutheran and Catholic is, like, very small details. It's like, I don't know, the priest can get married. And they're like, Lutherans, you guys had it right. The priests were allowed to get married the whole time. And like, oh, Lutherans go to heaven, but everyone else is dead. And like, the funniest thing about believing in one God is that means you don't believe in about 2,000 other gods. If you believe in the God from Catholic, that means you don't believe in about 2,000 other gods. So...
Why do they call them Catholics?
I don't know. But Washington State, like Seattle, Washington. Keanu Reeves said it best. Whatever happens when you die, I will know that those who love you will miss you. Aww. That's so true.
The Astro says...
It's not true. He says Jews are God's people.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus was Jewish.
Yeah.
Jesus was Jewish, yeah. I mean, if like these are the rules, like that's not fair. Like, you're usually just whatever your parents tell you to be as far as religion. And like, if you live in India, you're going to believe, what's India? If you're born, Hindu. If you're born in India, you're going to believe in Hindu. And that's just, if you're born in America, you're more likely to believe in God. And like, it's not really up to you that much. So like, it's not fair if like, Mike Pence doesn't get into heaven because he was wrong. Like, it should just be good people. Like, I don't know, man. The Fly. This motherfucker, dude. No, I don't know if we are. Okay, I see him.
You're going to have to, like, destroy your...
You see him? Let's use Shelby's strategy.
You're going to, like, hit your string.
I see him. I think I might have hit him right there. This motherfucking Fly. Oh, man. Let's just throw stuff today. Who wants to throw stuff? Brandon, throw something. Throw something at me. Throw something at me. Yo! This Brandon's out of control. Throw something at the people.
Okay.
Yo. All right, tell me if this guy's hurts when I throw it. Oh, man, this is the dumbest show ever. Is it time?
Is it time? What does that mean, Nico?
The fuck does that mean, Nico? We're just getting started, even though I do gotta pee.
All right, I'll take over.
Brandon, you wanna take over?
And I did it. I DM'd you.
Did you think it froze?
All right, okay.
You can drink the whiskey if you want.
All right. It was great. Spent time with my brother's boyfriend's family. And then Saturday, I went home to Sumter to see my mom and sister.
You just thought of the answer to the ashtray's question. The ashtray's question asked, what's the one question that you could ask that if you knew the answer, it would change your life forever? That's what he asked, right?
Yeah, he gave you the answer.
What did he say the answer was?
He said, does God exist?
No, I have a better answer. I have a better question that is the answer. The question is the question that he asked. The question that he asked is the question that I would ask. You know what I'm saying? He asked, what question would change your life forever? And my answer is, what question would change my life forever?
Okay, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The question that he asked is the answer to his question.
Oh, dang. Nico, you said your personal life is a hard 8.
Nico's got a new girlfriend.
I know. I like redheads, Nico. I noticed her at the wedding. But that's another story.
You holding it down? What? You want me to come in? You got it going?
Molly said my mind is blown. I don't know why her mind.
Well, probably because of
yeah.
That was actually deep. I thought of it when I was
And then
peeing.
you say it on camera.
I thought of it when I was peeing.
Till next time. Do you have most of your great thoughts while you're peeing?
Do I have most of my great thoughts while I'm peeing? No, I have a lot of my good thoughts in the shower. What the fuck, Sean? You do your best thinking in the bathroom? That's the answer. The answer, you asked the question in a pretty profound way with a lot of commas and stuff. I would copy paste your question and then paste it back in and hit enter. And that's the question I would ask. That's actually pretty fucking deep. Woo! Honestly. Yeah. All right. Someone comes to me, it's a genie, and says, you have one question you can ask. What's the answer, or what question would you ask? And you can ask any question. And this question, the answer, it'll have your mind be blown, it'll change your life. And I'll say, okay, here's my question. What question can I ask to have the answer to have my mind be blown? Boom. No, because the question you ask would be confirmed. I think my brain's messed up. What? All right, I got to think about that one after. But Nico said, yo, podcast feedback. I think Brandon should be on the mic. Couldn't hear his comments in the last episode.
But we got you now. Next
episode coming out Tuesday. Brandon's on the mic. And, dude, fucking Hecker, Hecker's video wasn't recorded. But we got his audio. So I basically didn't hit record. It's all my fault. But we got it all. And Nico, Hecker's video of the week is a very embarrassing video of me for my bachelor party. So don't watch the podcast. Don't like it. Don't subscribe. And don't give it a thumbs up. And don't comment with a fire emoji and a 100 emoji. That's the most, I do a lot of those. If I see something I like and I give a fire emoji or a 100 emoji. Dude, that should get mic'd up. You should get mic'd up in the office one day, LOL. I mean, two things about that is, one is, I'm going to new build next year and it's going to change everything. But my office where I'm in right now, my desk is over there. Across the lawn actually is a production facility. And there's one thing about that is a lot of my employees, they think that a camera is a gun.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, with Sierra, she was freaking
They
out.
think a camera is a loaded gun. They don't act any differently around a loaded gun than they do to a camera. They act the same. You see a camera, oh shit, dude, don't put that thing around me. Imagine if I'm just sitting here with a loaded gun pointing at you. You're gonna be like, dude, get that fucking thing away from me.
They never done a TikTok in their life.
They think it's a loaded gun. They
took a selfie.
Okay, if you're in the background of a video of me and you're just walking behind me, your life isn't gonna be over. But they think a camera is a loaded fucking AK-47 that's about to fire at them and murder them. So that's a factor.
Well, most of them are girls, and I guess they.
I don't know, man. I don't understand. You think it's because they're girls? That's sexist.
Yeah,
even one employee yesterday for live at lunch, we did. Me and Shelby played a trivia game, and the boxes had to be carried out by whoever lost, and we walked across and carried out the boxes. And one employee was pulling in and walking in through the side door, and she saw the camera, and she goes, "Oh, shit!" It's not a gun.
It was kind of awkward too.
It's like that. They literally think it's a gun. That's actually a great analogy. That's a factor in. Me not doing more content around the office. When I first started kind of doing my podcast, putting content out there personally, I thought it would be a lot more around the office.
But with the bigger building, we can have the backdrop of the production, and they're 40 feet away, so they can't even know.
But they'll be like this. True. I mean, bigger building could be different, but like, I wish I could, so like usually on my Insta story, like if I'm there late, I'll like take some videos around the office. Like the coolest thing about my life is definitely the business. That's the coolest thing about me. The fact that I have a podcast and the fact that I do this dumbest smart show on the internet isn't like the coolest thing. The coolest thing is certainly like so many packages we're shipping out. We have a thriving, growing business. We have a bunch of people. We have an operation. Like it's awesome. I'd love to show you guys that more. But like I said, the gun thing. Brandon, you got that picture of the packages outside?
Yeah.
Brandon said, how's your love life, Rachel? Ooh. Life Without Pause _blog joined. Maybe Rachel could be the winner so far because she had the question about the world ending and she never won. But who else? Who else got it? Who else got something? Who else got a question? I can relate to the video cameras. I hate being on camera. I wish I could explain, but it's just a thing I'm sure they feel. I mean, so you understand it? Like, it's definitely something that would be easier to feed to somebody with like a pre-explained thing, but
I had the camera on Nico much of the wedding.
Oh, you hear that, Nico? The camera was on you a lot of the wedding. Rachel said, if animals could talk, which would be the rudest?
She's smoking that ganja.
Probably a cat.
Oh yeah, definitely a cat.
A cat would be like...
Or a Wolverine.
Well, I don't think they'd be the rudest. I think they'd be the fiercest and the meanest. But they wouldn't like make little slick comments. They would just be like, hey, fuck you, and they would just come get you. Like, I don't think a Wolverine would be rude. I think a Wolverine would be nasty mean. Right? You're saying
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rude. Okay.
Rude. Rude means like...
Yeah.
Like, that's what a cat would be like.
Yeah.
A cat would be like, oh, my food was supposed to be out 20 minutes ago, but it's fine. I'm not hungry or anything. I'm not just fed once a day. And oh, no, I wasn't hungry 20 minutes ago. Whatever. I'm going outside for 3 hours. Make sure the door's open when I come back. That'd be a cat. Cats are assholes, yeah.
Well, they know how to cover their poop up.
Hyenas. Have you ever seen The Lion King?
Yeah.
Hyenas is a good one. Hyenas because they're not as big and fierce. They're fierce for sure, but like they're laughing hyenas. So like they laugh. So like hyenas is really good. You know who the voice of one of the hyenas is in the original Lion King? Whoopi Goldberg.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. I love Whoopi Goldberg, man. She's awesome. But yeah, dude, hyenas, they would be dicks. They would be rude because like, I feel like obviously in the movie Lion King, they stereotype them as like little jokesters, like laughing. But they're called laughing hyenas because they laugh. But I wonder if when hyenas laugh, they're portraying the same emotions as when humans laugh. Or if they're just like, is it a mating call? Is it like a how like a lion would roar? Is that when hyenas laugh, does it just sound like laughing or do they actually think something's funny? If you had $1 million to make a viral video, what would you make? Well, the $1 million would not be that important. Like, we talked about this actually on the podcast that hasn't come out yet. And we talked about fame and like obtaining it and how difficult it is. So I can answer your question with something, but I'm just saying whatever I come up with that $1 million, it's probably not going to work. Like viral videos are, all right. So we'll give $1 million, Brandon. All right. Someone give us $1 million, Brandon. And
my first mind.
We have to go viral. We have to.
Have you seen the video of the Thanksgiving dinner where like the dad and the son was like getting angry at each other?
No.
And then he like flips all the food.
See, we could do that for $0 though.
People thought it was real for so many years.
We have to use the $1 million to our advantage.
Oh yeah, we're gonna use $1 million.
Like, I've seen the one guy who's like, I think he like fills up his whole pool with like marbles, or like fills up his whole.
Yeah.
We'd have to use the money to our advantage.
Yeah.
Because if we knew how to make a viral video, we'd fucking do it. Like, I mean, granted, with certain restrictions, like, whatever. But in this case, we have $1 million, and it has to go to the viral video. Like, what if we...
Oh my God, I want to say it.
What? Let me guess. You're thinking something sexual, probably?
Well, sex sells, yes.
Well, what is it?
Pay a million grandmas to run naked.
Pay 1 million grandmas to run naked. So you think that grandmas would run naked for $1 each?
Oh, no.
Give it to a homeless person. Mr. Beast, who's that? Yeah. So take the $1 million, give it to one homeless person. Oh, that's a risky because you're not really maximizing your $1 million. No, it'd have to be something visual, something like fill up the Gulf of Mexico with Skittles, or like.
What if it's kind of like something like with Borat and Rudy Giuliani? What if you like prank?
See that doesn't cost money.
We like pay money to get inside.
But that wouldn't be $1 million. Like
pay the security guards like $100,000 each.
Yeah, but like you could probably get in for cheaper than that.
That sounds bad. They're that corrupt.
I mean.
I understand.
The only way to make this work is if you actually maximize the $1 million. It's got to be something visual. It's got to be fill the Gulf of Mexico with Jell-O. That will go viral. Okay, if you fill the Gulf of Mexico, or no, sorry, I said the Gulf of Mexico before. The Grand Canyon. Say you fill the Grand Canyon with cereal and milk. Like, that will go viral for sure. Yes. For sure. There's a 100% chance that will go viral.
More than $1 million worth, though?
It might be more. So you buy $500,000 of cereal, $500 of milk. You pour it in, and it comes up like this high.
Yeah. That would go viral, though, if you could do that.
Like, that's what I'm saying. You have to use the $1 million. If you want to guarantee virality, you have to have... You can't guarantee it in any way besides something super visual. Super visual.
We have to kill every cow in the world to fill out the Grand Canyon.
Kill every cow?
To get the milk.
Dude, I mean, you don't have to kill them. You just milk them. You sick fuck.
You're going to milk them to death?
There's enough milk to buy $1 million worth of milk. $1 million isn't that much. But, there's my answer. Fill up the Grand Canyon with cereal and milk. But that probably wouldn't be enough money. What's something a little smaller than the Grand Canyon? And also, you probably wouldn't be, like, allowed to do that, you know? Fill up, like...
What's that lake in Washington?
Lincoln.
By the obelisk, by Lincoln Monument.
Where Forrest Gump.
The reflecting?
Yeah, okay, so the pool under the Washington Monument.
Reflecting pool, I think?
Fill up that with cereal and milk?
Yeah.
That would cost less than $1 million. I gotta think about this, like, it has to be, that's my answer, like, something really, really, really visual. Something, fill something up with something, or paint something, or, because that would be guaranteed to go viral, because people want to see it. All right, I got some other shit. Give it to a homeless person who said that. If you could collab United Monograms with another brand, like Nike or Adidas, which company would you choose and why? It's a good one.
Louis Vuitton monograms.
I say Kylie lip gloss, because
how would you incorporate the monogram?
What does collab mean? Collab means...
I'm thinking of like how a football jersey is. You have Carolina and then Under Armour.
That's not a collab. That's a sponsorship.
Okay.
A collab is like... I saw like Dunkin' Donuts had like K-Swiss shoes or something like that. Like that is a collab that you're not hurting each other's markets. You want to collab with someone that I wouldn't collab with another monogram company. I would want to collab, or even another clothing company. I'd want to collab. That's why I thought of lipstick, because people dress up in clothing and lipstick, and you're not competing with each other. So my answer to that question is Kylie lip gloss. She would do her videos in a monogram, and then we would like put free lip gloss in every package or something. What would you do if you were sentenced to stay in prison for 100 days?
You gotta form some gang relationship.
Prison scares the shit out of me. I'm so petrified of prison because I love my freedom, and I'm just so damn handsome that I would not fare well in there.
You think you can put a shank?
I would hide as long as I could. like some people say, go in there, kill the strongest person. Now that's a strategy more if you're in there for like 20 years. If it's only 100 days, if I'm in prison for 100 days, my strategy would be to not know anyone even knows I'm in there for 12 days. And then try to make it another 14 days talking to one person. I would hide. I would just try to literally make the time pass, not have any communication with people. I would just try to make the time pass and hide.
How would you make the time pass? Read books, work out?
I mean, I wouldn't. So if I want to work out, I'm assuming I have to go to the gym at the jail.
I don't think. Yeah.
I wouldn't go to the gym at the jail because I'm not trying to socialize at all. I could read books. I don't know what the rules is about.
Like basketball, but it's probably like really.
Like that's also socializing. I would not, if it's only 100 days, I'm not socializing at all.
Yeah, you score a bucket on someone and they're like,
No, like I'm not socializing. I'm just trying to make the 100 days get over with. I'm not making friendships. I'm not doing anything. I'm not socializing. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not playing basketball. I've been there for 20 years. I'm hooping. I'm
so
strategizing.
You're go to the bathroom and cry.
But the question, I'll get a soft pretzel, go sit on the toilet and cry my eyes out.
Yeah, it's not socializing.
You'd have to save some of the million to have bail money. Oh, if I fill up the Grand Canyon or something. Talking? No, I'm not socializing. I'm not talking. I am not making any friendships, any relationships, and I'm,
Okay, I got a question.
I'm avoiding it at all
I got
costs.
a question. If like the Nazis guaranteed your safety,
The Nazis?
like the white supremacists in prison, you just
Okay.
have to put like a Nazi symbol on you. Would you do it?
Not for 100 days.
Like they're guaranteeing your safety.
No, not for 100. 100 days is not that long.
No, it's not.
So like 20 years, 20 years. Here's the thing. I don't know. You're talking about the Nazis, the white
The Aryan
supremacists.
brother-
Like, it depends how strong they are in that prison. If I was there for 20 years, I would feel out what's the strongest group and try to...
Crips, Bloods, the MS-13.
Crips, Bloods, and MS-13. Yeah, man. Welcome to Drink and Grow Rich, the show, the dumbest smart show on the internet where I drink, you ask me questions, and the winner, who I think Rachel is probably the winner so far.
Is she still in there?
She doesn't still have to be in here to be the winner. But whoever wins, I Venmo that beer money. What would be the crime you committed to go to jail? If I end up going to jail, it would probably be for a white collar crime, like embezzlement or like insider trading. I'm not going to jail for some shitty like theft or murder. Like I'm going to jail for something like something good, something smart, something that like has to be investigated. It's like, insider trading or securities trading or like the things I just said. So if I do go to jail, which will never happen because I respect society and I respect the rules. And also I'm down to bend the rules, break the rules that aren't important. I'm a rule breaker for sure. But the fear of prison on its own works for me. I'm not trying to go to fucking jail, dude. Fuck that, dude. So I will comply with laws that big because of the fear of prison. But most of the laws and rules that would send you to prison, I agree with morally anyway. So like, I'm not smart enough, but I'm not going to do a Bernie Madoff scheme. Like, you just don't do that. Like, it's too fucked up. It's not, and it never works out well. It never plays out well. So I'm not going to jail, yo. I'm not going to jail. I'm going to get a speeding ticket here and there. I might get audited. I ain't going to fucking jail. Rachel said I'm here. Bernie Madoff, man. Dude, you guys know about Bernie Madoff? He literally made up books and he had so many people invest money in him. He made up like financial books and he just like, he filed a tax return every year. He cooked the books. He made things look like there was real money there when there wasn't real money. And people invested all their money in him. He got huge returns year after year for everyone that invested in him. And then he made off with it, but now he's in jail, so fuck him. And like, I don't know, was his life worth it? Say he went to jail when he was 65 and he started this when he was 35 and he lived 30 years of a luxurious, rich New York City life where he had all the money in the world, all the connections. Was it worth it? Like, no. Because one, your legacy, and two, you have to die in prison, and three, like, just fuck you, man, you know? Jordan Belfort, he's different in the fact that he served his time and he's out. Jordan Belfort, I heard this recently from someone. Jordan Belfort is Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. If he would have just stayed legal, like his Steve Madden IPO that he put through could have made him a billionaire. Like, he did a lot of good things with real money, but he just pushed it a little too far each time. Jordan Belfort is not the same as Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff made shit up. Jordan Belfort, like, kind of here and there, like, but he did real shit too. And he's out now. He's got a podcast. Bet you we can get him on the podcast, Brandon. I think he did. I'm gonna look that up, actually. I think he did like 15 years. Jordan Belfort, jail sentence. He only did 4 years. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison. He only served 22 months. So, it's fine. And still rich. Well, he lost all his money. It says right here. He had to give back $200 million. Well, he has a podcast now and a YouTube channel, and he's kind of like a content creator. And he has a lot of good podcasts. Actually, him and this guy, Grant Cardone, who's not my favorite guy, they actually had a huge fight on his podcast, and like it went viral. And then I had this other guy on my podcast, Brad Lee, who I asked him about that because he's good friends with Grant Cardone. And yeah, they had like a big fight over sales. So like he's smart. He's smart. But he also seems, and I could be wrong, but it seems like he learned his lesson. His lesson was you can't just fucking cheat your way through life. And I feel like that's a wisdom that is very something that everyone can understand. Like, dude, break rules, bend rules, benefit yourself. But you can't cheat your way through life. You can't. Crash diets don't work. Get rich quick schemes don't work. Like, nature, the laws of nature don't allow cheating to ultimately prosper. It's not a moral thing. It's a nature thing. Morals are don't do the wrong things because it's just wrong. That is definitely has some value to it. But and if you don't respect morals, you can cheat a little bit here and there. But just like legally and society-wise, like you can't cheat forever. It never works out. These beers are getting a little warm.
What?
What'd you do to there, yeah? Come back in to Drink Go Rich. I want to actually show them the picture of the your phone charge of all the packages outside the thing. Okay. As of right now, Rachel Doblin is the winner. Let's see if anyone else has any questions or anything. Maybe we'll wrap it up soon. This is all of our packages that couldn't fit in the building. So in each bag there's probably about 70, 90, 100 packages. And inside the building is usually every day they come pick them up and they're inside the building. But recently we had so many orders that we had to put them outside. What else can we do on Brandon's phone? Here's Brandon's background.
Yes, sports.
South Carolina Gamecocks, they suck, dude.
Go Cocks.
South Carolina sucks, the Gamecocks. Molly, you are always in the whole time. I love that.
Where's Molly from?
What was her question? You thought about mine in the bathroom. Ashtray, that's true. Her question, and she had two questions. She said, what animal would be the rudest if they could talk, and what's the one way you want the world to end if you could like choose how it ended. And my sick, twisted answer, I kind of liked. Whoa, good working ethics. Yeah, you don't want to be a bad person, man. You don't want to be a bad person. Pittsburgh, like the Steelers or the Panthers. My squad, Notre Dame, beat up on them. In the viral video question. All right, Rachel wants it. All right. Yeah, Rachel. That's true. You don't really drink. So if I... Oh, that fucking fly, dude. If I pick you, Rachel, that means you have to drink at the Christmas party. Deal? Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. Drink this beer, you're not cool. If you win, Rachel, we drink at the Christmas party. No, you don't have to do that. But she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink like pretty much like at all, as far as I know. I feel like there's some insider trading going on here. Rachel is my top employee, so I mean, she's tuned in many times, and one time she told me she felt cheated that she didn't win. So like, she's never won before, and she did ask some good questions. Mike Pence, yeah, we already said that. All right, I'm gonna make one more attempt to kill this fly and just leave the camera on, but Rachel's the winner. All right, see it. Okay. Like this motherfucker. All right. I'm gonna jump at it. How do you get this? All right. I love you guys. Peace out. Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in to Drink and Go Rich. Rachel's the winner, and I need to kill this motherfucking fly. Peace out. I forget how to turn it off.
The new way?
Oh no, I know how to turn it off. All right, I'm gonna get the fly. There it is. Yeah.
There was a steady 10 people. You have like, okay, Ashtray, Molly Jane are like legit fans.
I know. I need to like. I feel like I. No, Rachel had the best questions, but
Yeah.
I'm a little biased and not pick.
Ashtray's one.
I'm a little biased not picking them because, like, I hope they're not just tuning in to try to win the money. You know.
Yeah. No. I mean,